every Muslim gynecologist to learn that, because normally a woman would trust the gynecologist or the obstetrician more than anybody else will feel comfortable. But unfortunately, most of the doctors, the gynecologists and the obstetricians, they do not know the ahkam, while it is very necessary for them. And nifas is the postpartum or delivery bleeding. There is no minimum for it, Sister Sarah. Unlike what some people think, it must be for 40 days. No. If you're a gynecologist, you know that. It's very possible. A couple days after the delivery, especially if it was done like a C-section or whatever, that the woman may cease bleeding. The bleeding will be ceased. In this case, nifas, the post-delivery bleeding, is over. And now you make ghusl, and you're obliged to pray on time. I know you can pray standing. Go ahead and pray while sitting, but I'm talking about now you are in a state of tahara. Oh, I don't have to wait for 40 days. No, 40 days is a figure where most of the scholars have considered as the maximum period of bleeding after delivery. So even if there is a bleeding afterward, it will be perceived as some irregular bleeding due to sickness or istihada. So you will have to make wudu with every salah, before every salah, and so on. If the bleeding after the delivery has been ceased after 3 days, 5 days, 10 days, 25 days, or 40 days, khalas, alhamdulillah, a woman is in a state of tahara. Every woman keeps in mind that on which date normally she experiences her period, her monthly period. So if it starts on the same time of what she used to have before the pregnancy, then automatically would treat this as the monthly period. Again, no prayers, no fasting, no sexual relations, no tawaf. She used to have it for 7 days, 8 days, alhamdulillah, whether this time or less, and the bleeding has been ceased, and there is a clear discharge afterward, make ghusl and start offering the prayer. So the message I wanted to deliver, that there is no minimum time for the post-delivery bleeding. It could end at any time, even if it is just a day or a few days. And the maximum should be 40 days. Afterward, it will be treated as an irregular bleeding or istihada. If the bleeding has ceased, then immediately afterward or a couple days later she started a new bleeding during her regular period or monthly menses, then she will treat this as a haid. Again, she would stop praying and fasting until this is over, make ghusl, and then resume praying and make up the missed fasting. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam.